as we have witnessed the resignation of Anthony Weiner, congressman here in New York, I want to state my observation of this matter over the last 3 weeks by saying that Anthony Weiner should not have resigned. Not that I support him or any Democrat for that matter, nor do I care about his political career in that regard, that somehow or another I'm empathetic towards him. That is not my reason for making the statement that he should not resign. Moreover, I do not wish to declare or intimate that I support the lewd, barbaric behavior of utter debauchery, of flashing and sexting and carrying on that he has done perhaps over the last 10 to 15 years. I don't support that. I condemn it in the strongest terms. But let me tell you why I'm convinced that Anthony Weiner should not have resigned. I know, after researching the matter, that Anthony Weiner has been kicked to the curb by Barack Hussein, the long-legged Mac Daddy, Obama. And the reason why he has been kicked to the curb is because Obama at present wishes to destroy Hillary Clinton, who has not committed to support him in his second bid, and should he win, to be the Secretary of State for 8 years, making Obama look good when she herself desperately wants the presidency more than anything that you can imagine. It has been rumored that she is planning on resigning her post. Nonetheless, she's not giving the support that is necessary to launch the kind of campaign Obama wishes to run for the 2012 election process. Now, the fact that Hillary Clinton has had a lesbian love affair with Huma Ahmadine, whose mother, Dr. Ahmadine, is a member of the Muslim Brotherhood, and her brother, a member of the Muslim Brotherhood, and Huma Ahmadine's mother, who is Dr. Ahmadine, a member of the Muslim Sisterhood, meaning that Huma Ahmadine has close ties to a violent Muslim group, more violent than Al-Qaeda, the group that assassinated Anwar Sadat in Egypt a couple of decades ago. However, Hillary Clinton has fallen madly in love with her lesbian, cool, well-dressed lover in Huma Ahmadine. And Bill Clinton is aware of this. Jennifer Flowers wrote in her book after her fight, public fight, in her tell-all book against Bill Clinton, that Hillary is indeed a lesbian. As I stated, I made a similar statement back in 1994, and a number of people abdicated their support for me as a pastor because they worshiped Hillary Clinton, but she is indeed a lesbian. But not only that, Hillary Clinton was involved in a lesbian love affair with Maggie Williams, a young black chief of staff for Hillary Clinton, much like Huma Ahmadine is at present, who came to Washington with her from the Rose Law Firm in Little Rock, Arkansas, along with Vince Foster, who was later killed. We don't know who killed him. It has never been determined. A number of people have suspected that it was an inside job from the White House, because when he left the White House that day going out to get lunch, he was never seen or heard from since. And only those in the White House would have known about the time he left and could have affected the murder the way it took place. However, I want to state that Anthony Weiner's lewd, despicable behavior does not rise any higher than what has happened and continues to happen with political leaders in America, going all the way back to Thomas Jefferson. But I think I would want to point up for your information the love affair between Woodrow Wilson and what became his second wife. His first wife, Ellen Wilson, died mysteriously of a kidney disease. I don't have documentation, but I'm willing to argue that because she was so young and died of such a rare disease, that this disease, liver disease, was induced by both Woodrow Wilson, working in conjunction with Edith Galt, who he later married. He was in Union Circle in Washington, saw her while in a carriage, fell madly in love with her. But Edith Galt also, I believe, was instrumental in incapacitating Woodrow Wilson when he was president. And for nearly 9 months, she ran the White House. His confidant, Edward House, Wilson's confidant, Edward House, was not able to see him. But once during that 9-month period, Supreme Court justice saw him once. And any information, the nation was ran by notes that were passed outside of Woodrow Wilson's sick room by Edith Galt Wilson without anybody being able to determine his well-being. But not only that, I think it's important for us to note that Franklin Delano Roosevelt sometime later married to Eleanor Roosevelt, who Hillary Clinton has stated is her mentor, as we pointed up earlier, was also of a lesbian nature. And Hillary says, this is my model and role model and mentor. Franklin Delano Roosevelt had a couple of lovers, and one that he had during the height of his presidency, lasting for nearly 12 years, was discovered by Eleanor Roosevelt. And then the one that was with him finally, I think, was Mercer Rutherford, during his death there in Warm Springs, Georgia, who he had promised to never see again. But because his wife was indeed a lesbian, Eleanor Roosevelt was indeed a lesbian, Roosevelt continued this love affair. And the press knew about it, but it was not widely publicized. And what more can we say about John F. Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe, the number of love affairs and women that John F. Kennedy paraded in and out of the White House during his brief presidency. And then from there to William Jefferson Clinton, from Little Rock as a governor, all the way through the period of Jennifer Flowers and Monica Lewinsky. And yet all of these people remain immensely popular. Wilson is still popular. Roosevelt is still popular. Clinton is still popular. And so for Weiner to resign in light and in lieu of the fact that so many politicians have been involved in illicit affairs of sexual debauchery, I find it highly hypocritical for Nancy Pelosi and for Debbie Wasserman Schultz and Steny Hoyer and others to call for the resignation of Anthony Weiner, especially since 56% of his district still believes that he can serve and serve admirably, because as you and I know, Washington is lousy with sexual perverts and will continue to be so. But it isn't about Anthony Weiner, and that's the thing I've come to say. I've come to say that all these roads lead to Obama's bedroom. You and I know that as Hillary Clinton and Huma Ahmadine have a very tight relationship, we all know that Barack Hussein Obama and Reggie Love have a very tight and very similar relationship, and that Michelle the Fist Bumper Obama knows very well. And she is dying under the pressure of having to grin and bear this intense love affair between her husband, this homosexual love affair between her husband and Reggie Love. Yet, what is she going to do? If she stood up and said to the public, I'm leaving him because of his love affair, she'd be drummed out of the black race. She hates white people so much, she has to choose between the lesser of two evils. Her hatred for white people, which is intense, far beyond anybody's ability to imagine, or her hatred for her husband and his flaunting of his relationship with Reggie Love. Now, again, all roads lead to Obama's bedroom. And this is not about Anthony Weiner. It is about the destruction of Hillary Clinton. Because all of the information coming out about Hillary Clinton's affair with Huma Ahmadine, now it's being reported, be further demonstrated, that she has close connections with the Muslim Brotherhood, is all a campaign to destroy Hillary Clinton and her bid to become the U.S. president in the event that Obama falters at any time soon. Let's keep an eye on this matter. Even though Anthony Weiner has resigned, the matter has not been settled. Bill may have something to say about it. I'm sure the American people are going to look closer at this. Huma Ahmadine, the Muslim Brotherhood, and the Muslim Caliphate will have something to say about this. This matter will come back in live and living color during the height of the campaign. I'm James David Manning, saying that all of these dirty sexual escapades leads to Obama's bedroom. We'll be back with more reporting, but Anthony Weiner should have stood his ground.